Even it comes out on it comes out on shows.
I know.
Have you heard of the Umbrella Academy?
No.
It's a badass show, bro. I like it.
Like, what's it about?
About superheroes? It's not the same one that I told you about last time.
Bros taking shots.
All right, fellas. Once again.
Back at it again.
Back at it again, fellas.
Maybe I need to come up with my own, like, pickup.
I think you do.
Not pickup line.
Of course, not a pickup line. Just
A saying.
a saying.
Sada. Sada.
Sada.
Sada.
What's that?
Fucking stupid. Sada.
Have you seen that? I've seen that. But anyways,
What?
that
Sada?
the sada, the whole every freaking thing they do.
I have no fucking clue what that is. I'm old.
But anywho, start off the Friday night peoples with some. It was my turn. Back at it again with Bros Taking Shots episode something. I don't know what it is.
We don't even fucking know. I guess we'll put it on whenever we.
When I do the editing, I catch up. I'm like, all right, this is episode.
So forth. So
Right now I'm on-
das.
Right now I'm on episode 14, I think.
14 episodes. You know what'll be funny? If we hit 100, we'll be like, wow.
We'll do a party.
Never thought we would hit
we won't
100
realize.
episodes with no fucking fans.
We won't realize it's episode 14.
Yeah. Like episode 100. You have
We're
any
gonna do like
followers?
a-
0 followers. Couple.
We'll have to do like a party or something
All our guests.
with
Three.
balloons in the background. 100 episode. Like we'll buy a banner.
Yeah. Consistency.
Now that you're saying that, I feel like I'm echoing, like I'm slurring.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
So this time it was my
What'd you
turn.
bring?
Actually, this is thanks to one of our family members. He heard about that we try different beers and stuff. So he's
Yes.
like, hey, I'll hook you up. Went to his house. And shout out to Mr. Raul out there from,
Peace and love. I know
Right
you
now
love the
he-
Rangers.
he sits out there. He sits out there and
It's the only California guy that I know. He said, screw the Dodgers, nothing but Texas,
Texas.
Rangers. But I'm talking about Playboy.
he's actually still a huge Dodger fan. So,
I don't think so. Not anymore.
but he gave me quite a bit of beers to try out, like hardcore beers. So the one we're gonna try out today.
What's hardcore?
So
Please,
this one is
enlighten me. What does that mean? Enlighten
like
us.
like different
Like
beers.
Miller
from,
Lite, Bush,
No. Like different.
Michelob Ultra.
What do they call them? Draft beers from different states in the country. So he has buddies that just mail him freaking
Ooh.
beer from everywhere and from California. Since he moved over here, people.
Now is the alcohol content the same? Because and I'm being serious.
No,
It's not okay. Because you
What
go
do
to
you mean?
Oklahoma and I think I could be wrong.
no,
You
it's
have
not
to kill
that
like a
no more.
24 pack. To,
Not anymore,
like, have a little buzz.
Yeah, it used to be like that. Not anymore though.
Okay.
Now it's it used to be like 2% beer. But no, this one's different. This one's actually called the Root Branch
Root
Theory.
Branch.
This is the by Root Branch. I think it's by Root Branch. The name of the beer is The Theory and Practice of
The fuck?
Oligarchy. I don't even know how to fucking say
Fucking
it.
dog. Thought it was a snake.
Oligarchical collectivism.
You went
Chapter
to-
2, Freedom is Slavery.
You went to university,
fuck?
bro. You should be able to read that shit.
What?
Make your fucking education
Oligarchical.
fucking count. Let me see.
Oligarchical collectivism. Chapter
sure it's
2,
not
Freedom
oligarchy?
is Slavery.
Sure it's not oligarchy?
Triple India Pale Ale. Oligarchy.
You said oligarchy?
No, it's oligarchical.
Let me see.
Oligarchical.
Mm.
Now I feel like I'm echoing.
Oligarchical collectivism.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's open that shit up.
Chapter 2, Freedom and Slavery. Is this a fucking book?
I don't know.
Like,
it's-
we're reading chapter 2. Is this like, you know what? That's a pretty good idea.
Just fucking
You know
put
what?
a book
Let's
on
read
there.
a fucking book.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Every book, we're gonna have a fucking beer.
Let me see. Let me read the other part. So this actually is
The
from,
summary.
It's a multi oat wheat triple India pale ale brewed with, I don't know what the fuck that is, honeysuckle honey and a blend of American hops. Content 1 pint. Brewed by Evil Thin Brewing, Queens, New York.
New York beer.
New York beer. Try it out.
Oh, you know
We
what I'm
have
talking
another
about? Oh, we have two of the same? Or is the other one fucking chapter like 8?
I think the other one's like another one.
Talking about not California, New York beer. Wow, that shit looks fucking like pineapple juice.
There you go. I don't know if it's the
There's
same.
one that I'm gonna bring. I'm not sure if you guys out there have heard, but Presidente. I think it's Dominican. Have you heard it? I've seen it at
Presidente,
the beer. It's a beer.
oh, not.
I've seen it at the grocery store, so I'll probably get that.
It's
Oh,
not
look at this shit.
looks like fucking orange juice.
Here, I got more than that.
No, it's just you got all the foam.
No, you think so? Pour that shit in. Just fucking do it. Look at your dog, fucking alcoholic.
Yeah, that dude's thirsty.
It's thick.
Check it out.
Check it out.
That's what she said. It's thick.
I don't know if y'all can see this shit. It almost smells
Smells.
like Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. Yeah.
Look at this fucking alcoholic dog.
Yeah, he's ready.
What can we name him? In the show, we're gonna put you a name, motherfucker. What's his name?
I don't know. He's gonna jump on the chair. Look.
He is. He wants to be a fucking guest.
Could probably get him a guest in here. Let's check this out. Marars and Sons cup. All right. First taste test. I think I already had this one, but try it out.
Let me hold on. Talk a little bit more. I'm letting the foam to go down, but
Anyways.
Blue Moon. You've tasted Blue Moon, haven't you?
Yeah. The Blue Moon's good,
It has that like orangey smell.
Oh, yeah.
It smells like Blue Moon.
but it's stronger.
Yeah, I bet. Has a fucking book on the
You have a
fucking chapter.
ant on your... Look at this. You had a fucking ant, bro. A
Now that's
fucking
what I
ant.
call 2020. This motherfucker saw an ant on my dark cat at night with the fucking light just glaring in her eyes.
This doesn't say how much alcohol it has.
Let's see. All right. Cheers.
Salud.
Oh, wow.
It's different, right?
This bitch is good.
It's not like it's not like the, what you call it? What did you say it was called? The one you said it smelled like?
Blue Moon?
It's not like a Blue Moon.
A little bit, but it's a little bit,
Just
it's richer,
yeah. Hoppier.
hoppier.
Let me describe the beer for you guys. I think it is a multi oat wheat triple India pale ale brewed with honeysuckle honey.
You think, little
That's
bitch?
probably where you're the honeysuckle honey.
Yeah. But I mean, and you know, I purposely didn't drink too much today because usually when I get here, I'm 1 or 2 beers away from a nice buzz. So
Yeah.
usually I can't taste. I mean, I can taste, but it's not like I can savor the beer real well.
Right.
But this time I'm like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna taste this. It's good.
The thing is that I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the thing is, I went to my parents today. And my pops, you know what my pops does. You get there right away. Here's your beer.
Yeah, he gave me a few.
And I drank like 4 already. It was Modelos. Oh, I had he brought Estrella Jalisco.
The can.
Yep.
That's what he gave me. Wow, it's good. Okay, I like it.
I get that shit in the bottom. I don't know if that's good, but
It's gotta be. Raul, I don't know if you
Yeah.
see our shows, but if you do listen,
he has on Spotify, I think.
if you listen, you need to be a guest. He needs to be a guest, buddy.
Oh, look, it says I can model blah 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 blah.
Wow, that beer's gotten to you, but
There you go. Stream manager. I'm live. I have 1 viewer, 1 follower.
what
It's too quiet. Okay, cool.
what else you got over there, buddy?
Also, bro, I was gonna bring some crazy shit, but I was like, you know what? Let me tone it down. So I went to another little store and I got some Kit Kats from Korea. Check this shit out. I want to see. Right there. Kit Kats from Korea. These are fucking melon.
Is it
Kit Kat.
actual chocolate?
I don't know.
Can they eat chocolate in Korea?
This is
Is it South Korea or North Korea?
Bro. This is when I think when it says Korea, it's probably most likely South Korea. So this
If it
is
was
chocolate
North
snack.
Korea,
Chocolate
I would have
snack.
said these motherfuckers are peanut butter and jelly.
What?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Oh.
Never seen the movie?
Yeah.
You don't even know what
Yeah.
the fuck I'm
I
talking
can't remember the name of it, but yeah, it's about
about. The interview.
The interview? Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one. They hate us because they ain't us.
That's the interview.
Is it the interview?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Is that one?
that's the one.
It
That's
says, where did I
that's your
say
dog.
it said it was from Korea?
Are you sure? She's probably from fucking Cancun.
No, I mean it's all in some other language that I can't read, but
Some good stuff. It's almost like an orange, almost like a mimosa.
oh, here it goes. Product of Japan.
Jesus.
Not Korea, bro. Sorry.
Shut the
Okay.
fuck up. Japan. What, just, wow, that's fucking profiling hardcore. There's somebody. It's an Asian fucking country.
A little bitty.
Ooh,
I'm gonna give some to my kids.
yes. Let's test this out. Now, let me ask you this.
See this shit out?
Because, you know, with wine, they say, oh, whenever you drink, you know, try to eat it with an orange or a strawberry. Gives it the full taste effect. And
Oh.
the little.
Mr.
Is that what you did?
Huh?
Is that what you did?
What?
You bought, you know, well, you got this beer and you're like, I think I'm going to get me a melon chocolate so that we can make it a romantic.
No, I just got it because I didn't know what the fuck
Fucking
to
even
get.
rappers are fucked up.
It's a bad way. Anyways. Let's see. Sorry, excuse me.
Cheers. This shit smells.
Well, it smells good.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It's good.
You can taste the melon. Well, yeah, I can taste the melon, but I don't. No?
It's good.
It tastes like the Walin.
Yes, but I'm not saying Starburst has a melon flavored candy, but it almost feels like they melted a Starburst. Is this motherfucker humping me? You humping me, boy?
No.
You want beer or chocolate?
He's trying to smell your hand.
Mira. But it almost feels like, yeah, like they melted that Starburst on top of the Kit Kat, and you're eating it. It's a good combination.
Like the aftertaste of
Yeah.
it. You can definitely taste the aftertaste.
It's good.
Like
Wow. Next time we're really gonna have that egg.
wow.
The egg and crickets.
Quack. But anyways,
Quack. The
quack.
fuck?
It's my new thing. ASMR. Oh, I forgot to do the ASMR. ASMR.
Patel. The Patel.
Anyways,
Wow, and then he wouldn't even say it. Fucking candy it matched the fucking color of the beer.
oh, I didn't even think about that.
Your dog is really an alcoholic. What can we call him?
Oh shit. Mason?
No. Billy?
No. Ricky Bobby.
No.
If you ain't first, you're last. His name could be ¿cómo se llama el de la película El Diablo?
I have no clue.
Donde sale los tucanes, la canción de los tucanes.
Why?
That's his name.
No.
What's his name?
Billy.
No.
Drunk Billy.
Drunk Billy.
DB. Where's DB at? That's his name. Boom, I just baptized him.
DB?
DB. Drunk Billy.
Drunk Billy. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
That's good.
It's good.
So, do you have a what was that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you have a thing today? I didn't think about one.
Scenario? Or a topic?
scenarios?
No.
No?
I don't.
Oh, well then, fuck, I have to edit that out.
No, leave it. Let it play.
I got a scenario for you. There's one guy. What if there was one guy, hypothetically, that brought an egg?
I'll fucking do it.
Would you?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll do it. Fuck it.
Like you would. Prior to this, he said he would.
Check this out. I gotta lift this fucking program up. Gotta lift this show. So we have 2 fucking viewers.
We have
on
2
Twitch.
viewers right now.
Oh shit.
I don't know who's out there.
Okay, we have 3 viewers next week. What? No, I
Twitch?
take that back. If we have 3 viewers this week, which we just need one more.
Shout out
Next
to the
Friday.
second viewer. I don't know who you are, but
Next week, I'll fucking eat that Doug egg.
the Doug egg.
Dougie.
Is it the
I drink that Doug egg.
did the novel fuck you up or what?
It did. Fucking chapter 50.
All right.
What do we got next? What's the
We
next
got-
one? Because
next
we already
we killed
killed
that
this
one.
shit.
All right. So this one's gonna be strong, bro. This next one is the. Let's see.
What do we got? What kind of book is this? A fucking a research report?
So this one, I don't know, bro. This one's called "Be Like Bamboo." Monkish.
bamboo. The
Drink
fuck?
freshie. It's called Monkish. So it says brewed and canned by the brewing company is called Monkish. Brewed and canned by Monkish Brewing Co. Torrance, California. That makes sense.
So this is an actual California beer.
Yeah, Be Like Bamboo.
Okay.
The alcohol content is 10.6%.
Ooh.
So it's up there. Let's try this out. So, here we go. Shout out to Mr. Raul.
Big Texas fan.
Excuse me.
Love them Rangers. Rangers.
Do you have the
I don't.
Facebook account on your phone?
I do.
I was gonna say do a little post out there and like do a little live post stream.
I will.
I think that was about it. Right, here you go.
Let's see what we got.
So these are brewing
It
companies
almost-
that are.
It almost looks like
The same.
those Satan beers.
It almost looks like the same beer color and everything.
Oh, right. Oh, fuck, you're right.
We'll see.
It's like a satanic beer. Look at this shit. It's got emblems. If I die. Oh, you're right.
Bitch,
I think
you're.
I think it is a. I think
Wait,
this
you
is
put
BS.
too much. Mine's. Damn, look at.
Hey, I think this is BS, bro. I think this is the same fucking beer with a fucking different can presentation.
All right,
That
guys.
shit looks the same. No fucking way.
We'll
Nah.
see right now when it's fucking strong as fuck. We
Strong
need
as
to.
fuck. I feel bad for your dog.
You want another chocolate? Or you
DB, yeah, give me one more.
good for DB. DB is like, look at him. He's
We
like,
can't give DB
he's
one.
Like, he's
DB
like,
will die. DB, motherfucker, you'll
oh,
die.
oh yeah, you can't give him chocolate.
Even if it's melon, you
been-
will die.
They've been through a lot though. They've eaten fucking balloons and shitted them out like whole.
But have they killed the rat? Because my boy has. My boy has.
These are.
Oh, Chicho.
no.
Yeah, let's do a little patel.
ASMR.
And for you guys that are viewing, hopefully you're not Indian. With all due
If you
respect.
are, it's fine. I mean, there's a lot of
So I say
rich
patel
patels.
because
There's a lot
he
of
says it's
Oh.
ASMR, and it sounds to me like an Indian name. Just like all the people that said, "Oh, say, can you see?" It's like, "Oh, Jose, ha ha." Same thing.
We got 3 viewers, so you're gonna have to eat the baby duck.
Oh shit, you're a liar.
I am lying.
Okay. One more
Second
viewer.
if you
What-
can
One more viewer,
give us a
and I'll
follow.
eat a
Give us
baby
a follow
duck.
and a like.
Baby duck next Friday for show with some crickets.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait,
Are you gonna eat that shit too or no?
what? The egg? Yeah. I heard one of my coworkers said it was good with Corona. I had a Vietnamese coworker and he ate that shit every weekend.
ASMR eating.
I guess a delicacy. They say it's a delicacy. Now let's try this beer out.
Hold on. Do what you said. But
Do you have it logged in?
I can log in and out whenever the fuck I feel like it.
Check.
What movie's that? I don't know.
I don't know what movie that. Shout out to that wonderful movie called Redondos.
What?
Rounders. Redondos. That's what it's called in Espanol.
Okay.
Taste the fucking beer. Tell
What
me
do you think? What do you think?
Have you tasted it?
No. Have you tasted it?
No.
All right. Let's taste it.
Ooh. It smells exactly the same as the other one.
It does. I'm telling you, it's the same fucking beer,
Let's see.
just a different presentation.
Let's see if we're the same amount.
Yeah, it is.
We're about the same.
All right, let's see. Well,
Just a little bit different.
a little bit.
It's not as orangey.
It
has
almost
that-
feels.
Like the same fucking beer?
What's that? What's that beverage we get? Jack. What's it called? The alcoholic drink, the margaritas. You and I buy it.
Oh, Cayman Jack?
Cayman Jack. You know how Cayman Jack has the variety pack. Okay, I think this beer came with a variety pack, but they all taste the same fucking same.
Yeah.
It's like the variety is just the can, so that you can decorate. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it
good.
does have a little different taste.
It's a little
to it.
bit different. You know what's also different? The alcohol content. But we don't know what the other one is. So the other one might have been 10% as well.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. If I start slurring, then that means
I think you're already slurring.
I don't think so. But cool. Okay.
So what do you think about the choices that I brought today? Chocolate.
I like it. I feel like you're trying to get me into bed, but I like it. It's good.
It's aphrodisiac.
It is.
Is chocolate aphrodisiac?
An Asian chocolate with.
Dang, I'm burping a lot.
What'd you eat?
Oh, I ate some torta. Torta de asada.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. But last week we didn't have a show, because I had a date with my wife.
You did?
But we hadn't had one in a minute.
I had one last night, a spontaneous one.
Ours was not spontaneous, but we did our thing and we got home, and I couldn't go to sleep,
Hey,
so I started watching a movie. I had already seen this movie, but I watched it again. And you know how they say every time you watch a movie again, second, third time, you start catching on things. Which has brought me to one of the topics of tonight that I wanted to talk to, what your mindset was on this. Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories?
Is that a new segment?
Hey, it could be. Could be.
JFK, bro. J fucking K.
That's crazy because this is a big conspiracy. Like
Super.
to this day, even it comes out on
day!
it comes out on shows.
I know.
Have you heard of the Umbrella Academy?
No?
It's a badass show, bro. I like it.
Like, what's it about?
About superheroes. It's not the same one that I told you about last time. This one's like
Oh, wait a minute. I'm over here thinking it's like a fucking docu-series about fucking...
no.
Umbrella
Wait,
Academy.
wait.
Like, okay, fuck. It's fucking these, like, detectives, right? They're fucking trying to...
Hold on.
Superheroes.
I don't know. Our viewer out there,
Superheroes.
have you heard about the Umbrella Academy?
Fucking viewers already fucking... You fucking chase them. Ah, fuck this shit.
No, but
Might
this
as well
one's-
say that we watched The Lord of the Rings,
so
the new fucking show.
the Umbrella Academy essentially is this fucking scientist steals all these babies and makes them have superpowers, but they're weird ass superpowers. Well, anyways, they
it
travel.
Disney?
There's one. No, it's TVMA. TVMA. So they go back in time to Dallas, Texas, to witness the JFK assassination.
Is it a cartoon?
No, it's real life. It's a real show. But anyways, brings me to that point. The most famous theory about the conspiracy, I don't know if you knew this, was the Umbrella Man. The Umbrella Man. Have you heard about that? So apparently, there's a theory that involves multiple gunmen centered on an umbrella man. Apparently, there was some dude with an umbrella, the only guy with an umbrella that was there.
Okay.
So they're like, what the fuck is this just dude who's standing there with an umbrella? He has something to do with it. So they essentially say that the umbrella man shot a poison dart into Kennedy's neck
and blew up his head.
No. So, which allowed they say
The
that
fucking magic.
that allowed
Magic poison.
so it pretty much immobilized him, right? So which gave Oswald and others the delivery shot to kill him.
Hey, hold up.
That's one of the most famous theories.
Within the fucking superhero community, right?
No. It's fucking on the Washington Post. This is like
Oh, well, I've never heard it. I mean, to be honest,
it's
theory.
one of their famous.
That theory, it's not like absurd. There's so many other theories that are even like.
There's actually a movie called The Umbrella Man.
I need to probably check it out. Have you seen JFK
The movie, no.
with Kevin Costner? You know who Kevin Costner is?
Kevin Costner.
What
But I
movie
haven't
did it
seen
come
it.
out in? He came out in 2 big ass movies:
Kevin Costner? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't remember.
Dances with Wolves,
I never seen
Field
that
of
one.
Dreams.
Never seen that one either.
Oh my!
Field of Dreams. I heard of Field of Dreams, and I've heard of Dancing with the Wolves, but I haven't seen them.
Okay. Anyways, so JFK, I think it's in HBO Max. You should watch it.
JFK?
Yeah. Like I said, I had already seen that movie and I liked it. It was a good theory, and so it was years ago, and so I watched it again last Friday. And what I like to do, I don't know about you or you guys, if I'm looking at a movie that's like based on a true story or a docu-series or
Yeah,
whatever,
do some
then I
research.
start Googling shit, right?
Same.
So apparently when it starts, it says based off of true events, blah, 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 blah. But the characters that it's based off of, they fucking are real. And so the movie's about the only...
I think that's why it's called a docu-series.
No, this is a movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
But does
and-
it say in the beginning based on real life events?
Something
What's
like
the movie
that.
called?
JFK.
You wouldn't think that might be based on real life events?
Yeah, but there's a lot of JFK or shows or whatever.
There's a lot of JFK.
Well, based on theories. There's so many theories, like your umbrella effect. Did they put based on the true story?
So JFK is a person. There's a lot of JFK.
The JFK theories of how he died.
Okay.
So this one, I started looking at people because so Kevin Costner, for you people out there,
Attar?
he's a lawyer from Louisiana,
In
and
real life or Kevin
Yeah.
Costner? He's not an actor?
he's an actor, but he portrayed
plays a lawyer.
And that lawyer is the only lawyer that took his death to court. I mean, he was trying to like indict people and shit, and I mean, it fucking blows you like what the fuck. At the end of this, the whole story, he presents stuff and he's saying how his kids 75 years from when he died, will the government release top secret documentation of what the fuck happened? Which it wasn't not too long ago. I think they released some.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be until 2039 when they'll release the rest, if that even happens. But
Well, Mr. President, former President Trump released I think they said 2,000 documents related to Jeff.
it was BS.
A lot of people
nothing-
say it's aliens. They killed him. A lot of people
No.
think the aliens killed him.
In the movie, they made it seem that the U.S. government killed him
Yeah. think
because
they
they
said it
wanted to
was-
go to war.
Lyndon B.
With
Johnson
Vietnam.
also, they thought it was
Oh, Lyndon B. Johnson was in that
involved.
movie. He was one of the main guys.
Oh shit.
And check this out. The killer, Oswald, was a patsy in the movie.
It's a what?
They made him, his character in the movie and in real life, made him portrayed to be a patsy. Like he was fucking set up.
Oh, gotcha. Like it
But
was,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah, it's some crazy shit.
That's a conspiracy too. That he was set up, right?
Yeah, well,
Like
I'm a veer.
there's a lot of ¿cómo se dice? There's a lot of
drunk
clues or things that point to that he was set up,
Oh, yeah.
like trails, I guess.
And it just makes me think, look at the fucking dog.
He's looking at the beer, bro.
You want some, boy?
He thinks it's Corona.
I'm going to give you some.
Don't give him. Hey, bro, stop. He can. I gave him a beer before, and then I researched it, and they said they can die.
This motherfucker's been drinking beer since we know.
Yeah, since he was born, actually.
Put that away. There. But I'm a veer a little bit
So we
out.
threw away the beer, give it to my dog because he's already.
Dogs deserve this shit. It's good. It's good. I love it,
Starting to feel the
Raul.
slur.
Anyways, I'm gonna veer a little bit based off of that because watching that movie, I mean, it made me think, fuck, the government. How fucked up is this government? And I watched the show, a documentary, which I recommend. It's called Cases Vallarta.
Cases?
Yes,
Cases Vallarta.
this one.
You know what helps with the echo?
What?
Lowering the fucking volume.
Maybe. Let me lower it. Let me lower
Cases
this.
Vallejo or what?
Vallarta.
Cases Vallarta.
I don't know if you remember this, but in Mexico, in like the year, I don't remember the year. It wasn't not too long ago, but it wasn't recently. That's fucking vague, right?
It wasn't too long ago, but it wasn't recently.
It was all over Mexico about a French woman and a Mexican guy.
Oh, dude, I started watching that.
Did you?
Yeah, don't
That-
fucking ruin it for me.
That
Yeah.
they were like kidnappers?
Yeah, I started the first episode. I haven't finished.
Dude, it'll
mom told me
blow
about it
your
today.
fucking mind. I told my mom because I watched it. Like, what can I watch at night that's like, eh? And I started
Yeah.
watching it. I'm like, I already know about this. But then I started watching it. And I'm like, I finished the whole shit that same night. Like, all of them.
How many episodes is it? It's like
think
a
it's like
mini
5.
series, right?
Yeah. Dude.
I saw the first episode where they raid the house and she's like, they go up to her like, man, she's like, I don't know what was going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't. What are you doing here? I'm from France and this and that.
You just seen the first episode?
I'm barely started like maybe 10 minutes into it.
Dude, it's badass because they interview former presidents from Mexico and France. like straight up.
Presidente Fox, right?
No, Calderon.
Calderon? Oh yeah, that's when I think that's the part in the beginning. That's one of the first things they
Fox
do.
he was president.
Yeah.
When all that shit happened, but
And
then
Calderon, they even Calderon, and he's like, "Yeah, we couldn't let this happen," and this.
Yeah,
and that.
yeah.
So they have to. France needs to know that we take
dude, you watch
this serious and this and that.
So when I finished it, I was like, Mom, you need to watch this shit. And I didn't think she was gonna watch it. And the second day, we went over the following day.
She was
she's
telling me
like-
that today.
We went over the following day, and then today she's like, yesterday she's like, did you finish it? I'm like, Mom, I killed that bad boy the same day. But it's like she got to the point where she's like, when I finished it, I was scared to go to Mexico. I'm like,
That's what she told me today. She's like, Mijo, I get scared to go to Mexico now. And then she started telling me that she watched that.
it's a badass show.
Yeah.
You like it, but it just makes you realize what I'm getting at. I started veering way off.
You did.
The government has so much fucking power, and so JFK,
Money, bro. Money.
it's man. And then if you have time and if one day you're like, what the fuck can I watch JFK. You love it, dude. It's like, what the fuck.
That's the newest one, right? The JFK movie.
No, I don't know how new it is. This is an older movie.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
it came out in the year 2002.
No.
Yeah,
there's another one,
the one that I'm telling you. I'll
or
tell you
maybe
right
it's a
now.
show, right?
But what do you think? Do you think?
1991.
Do you think it was actually a conspiracy? Yeah, 1991. Yeah, that's the one. Fuck, it's that old? Wow.
Oh, there's another one. Maybe it's the
Rotten
JFK
Tomatoes gives it an 85. That's how badass that movie is.
one. Oh, it's a series. JFK series.
Okay.
That one came out in 2016.
I mean, how stupid does the government think we are? And this is a shitty part. There's a lot of fucking people that believe the government.
Yeah.
Like the magic bullet. Because, I mean, they're saying it was just like
Magic
a few
bullet.
bullets. And he'll explain it in the movie. Like, he's like, look, he got shot. There was three teams. Oswald was not part of a team. One of them, and you can see it in the video, and he goes over and they're showing the actual video of JFK dying, right? Or getting shot. He's like, he gets shot in the neck.
So there's 3 shots?
Like, yeah, there's a shitload. Like, they shoot him, and they miss him, and some dude that's by a bridge gets hit with ricochet. Like,
Oh, wow.
so he's like, what the fuck? So then, as he's driving, he gets hit in the neck. And in the video,
He's not driving.
or
but
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct.
He's not driving.
The Truder film or whatever.
Yeah.
The only actual film that's out there, you can see him do this. Like, he's like sitting in the back, and then you can see him do this. Right? So that's when he got shot in the neck. And when he got shot in the neck, that's when then he gets shot in the head, and you just see him go boom.
So he gets shot twice.
Yes.
Well, they shoot him three times, but one of them
they
misses.
shoot him in the back. He gets shot in the back. And so the funny part in the movie, they're showing
The funny part? Really? You're going to say that one of our presidents got killed?
in Texas.
It's funny.
DF dub.
But
When he gets taken to the hospital, the fucking government military shows up, takes his body, like, nope. They do their own autopsy. And they take his brain, and they don't allow anybody else to come in there, and then they lose the brain.
they lose a brain.
Yes.
That's in the movie?
Here it goes. Yeah, they lose it. No, and they actually lose it in the real life. They don't know where his
Shit.
brain's at.
The brain.
The brain. Why do you think?
Fuck do you lose a brain?
Because he got shot in the head. And if they prove, like, if let's say they had the
the
brain, that's
bullets in
that's
there?
the only conclusion that I can think of.
Because the bullet's in there and they can like tie it to the gun and everything.
They can tie it.
could be
that there's
military
multiple
grade.
shooters
Could be like, oh, I see.
instead of Oswald, because they're saying
of just one
Oswald
shooter.
did that. Yeah.
Might have been a different gun, different bullet, different.
Yeah, exactly. And so they're like,
So they meant to
Costner-
kill him with one shot.
No,
They fucked up.
they had sets of he was gonna die that fucking day,
is where the Umbrella Man
They
comes in.
couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't risk it of shit fucking up. Oswald was literally a patsy, completely. I saw you, but it was to the point where these guys, they just, I mean, they had it set. They knew what the fuck was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And they were just gonna fucking massacre the guy, which they did. But they couldn't keep the brain because it would show that it was 2-3 different shooters. They said that Oswald did it, that he shot 3 shots in like 4 point something seconds, I believe. So they reenacted that scene. And there is no way that he can shoot somebody, load up the machine or the gun, the rifle,
Right.
that fast. Plus, they're like, when Kennedy got shot, his head went back.
Who?
Kennedy.
Oh,
That's what we're talking about.
right.
So his head went back, right?
It did.
They're like, there's no way that he could have been shot from the back and his head go back. It's like if I shoot you from here
Oh, yeah.
and your head comes towards me.
Right.
But the people that throw the curveball, this is what is true, I think. So if I were to shoot, if I have a melon right here, and I were to shoot it from here
Right.
or whatever, the bullet enters, but towards the rear, that's when the explosion happens.
Right. And the exit wound is larger.
Exactly, it's larger.
It's
And when they shoot him in the video, I can't pronounce that fucking name. Recruiter, whatever, the film.
yeah.
His head is what explodes.
Oh shit.
But it goes back. So it's like the
Oh, so
other
they're trying to-
conspiracy theory is like, no, he got shot from the back and it exploded.
But why did head go back?
Exactly. So it's like, what the fuck?
That's kind of crazy.
I don't know.
You know what another crazy thing is?
Spit it out.
Another conspiracy. The moon landing.
Which
brings you to that
ties
point.
up all together
It's
because JFK and the moon.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's fucking aliens.
Do you think we actually landed on the moon?
I think so.
I believe
think
we
so.
did.
I think we have the...
But sometimes it's like, why haven't we been back?
That's the thing. I think we haven't been back because they don't need to. What the fuck? They didn't find anything, so they're like, what the fuck for? It's just the fucking moon.
Well,
I mean, if my engineering brain thinks like an engineer, I'm like, well, they got there. They're like, all right, this is uninhabitable, and you can't live there. They're like, all right, grab some rock, bring it back. Yeah, cool. Well, why would we need to waste because it's like millions of dollars to go back to the moon.
makes sense. I'm gonna throw something at you though. As an engineer, here goes. Ready? Ready? Hold on.
Go ahead.
You make sense,
Right?
but you're thinking as a country, the United States. We've been there. We've done that. There's no way of going back. But
no.
why hasn't China, Russia,
so it's like
to prove that they've been there?
right. So the thing is, as a set of scientists and everything, once you have a piece of evidence that you got from there, there's no reason to like, oh, we're gonna find another piece and bring it back.
No,
and
but
prove
you
it.
want to be part of that achievement, like the whole lunar like race.
But
The United States beat Russia, right?
But it's like one of those things where you're like, all right, we're rushing to be first to land on the moon.
Right.
And then, oh, fuck, they beat us. There's no point to go anymore because they already made it. They already proved it. We're just going to be the second one to go.
Okay, so I'm going to throw something at you then, if that's what you're saying. If that was the case, why did the remaining countries that have been out there continue their space program? If the United States, I mean, I know what you're saying, but it's like, let's say we're racing, and I see what you're saying.
Space is like a circle.
Right,
never
but they
ending.
haven't done nothing. Nobody's done nothing.
A square has corner.
So you're saying is like, well,
Where's that from?
You beat me. Fuck it, I quit. No, but what they did is you beat me. Fuck it, I'm still gonna create it. That's the theory right there. That's the conspiracy. Why create it?
Create what?
Their space program to go to space, but not go to the moon at least.
Well, I mean, because somebody already went to the moon. They want to go somewhere else, like Mars. Their next thing is Mars.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of conspiracies. Even
I think we haven't at the time. There's like shit. We haven't.
Even with space is a conspiracy, which comes into play with the flat Earth and the round Earth, or people are, it's everything. Every time they show like people in space, it's all fake. Like they have things. It's a green screen. Yeah. Why isn't the water floating and this and that? Or with the flag that they put on the moon. Oh, why is it like waving?
Why is there a shadow? Why are the stars not being shown?
Why is there a shadow? The fucking sun.
Why is there no stars visible?
What do you mean there's no stars visible?
If you look at the pictures, it's dark as fuck.
Yeah.
But there's no stars back there in the sky.
Because it's you know,
because
you know,
like here in the States, here in Earth.
If I take a picture of the sky right now, there's no stars.
But but what they say is there's a lot of light contamination. Go out to the country and then you'll see what fucking lights are at the moon.
No, it doesn't. It's not how it works. Like the picture that they show, it's only a certain portion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then there's a light that's coming from the sun. And the reason for the flag is because they have a pole.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So they prove that.
Yeah.
There is all the conspiracies with it are all debunked to this day.
By who?
By scientists, and they prove it.
That are working for who? Because that's what one of the conspiracy people's like.
For the government.
They've been debunked by scientists that work with the government.
So it's like saying all the scientists are in the world are in on this. If we can't keep a cheese man,
Scientists say that Roswell didn't happen.
it didn't.
So you
There's
think
no
it was a
proof.
weather balloon?
Yeah,
You really think it was a
there's
weather
pictures
balloon?
of it.
Of a weather balloon?
The weather balloon into pieces.
Yeah, there's pictures.
Yeah,
So that's it.
that's it. There's your proof right there.
No.
You saw the same show that I did, right? They go grab the guy and tell him, "Hey, you're gonna stand right here. You're gonna take a picture of you with the weather balloon pieces. And you're gonna
Well,
shut your mouth.
I was watching that same one.
You're gonna shut your mouth."
No, not the same one. One similar to that, where the military guy, he goes to the crash site, picks up some shit, puts it in the box, runs home. He's like, he wakes up his 10-year-old son. He's like, "Hey, I'm waking you up because this is something that just happened and you're never going to see it again." So he's like, oh, showing him fucking metal pieces of like thin sheet metal that he can crumble up and just expand, right?
Right.
And now the son he's like 80, he's explaining. And he said that like an hour after his dad was there, he got a call, military. Bring that shit. Like, if you found it, it's like the government's trying to cover it up because they actually brought out an article saying aliens crashed. DC found out and they're like, fuck no, take that shit back. Nobody can know that this happened, which is what they brought the weather balloon scenario
Well,
out.
I think that's the problem now that there's so much social media that you don't know what the truth is or what is a lie. So then you're like, oh no, they just made that up to somebody
Not
just
only
made it up
social
to
media,
get views.
just the technology out there nowadays. Back then, if they were to show you a picture if they show you this is a picture taken in 1928 with a 1928 camera,
Right.
you believe it. I mean, I would fuck, but now anything is like, I don't know if it's true. Fuck.
Keep this conversation going with the viewer. We have 2 viewers right now. I don't know if it's 2 people or is it my phone and somebody else. But I'll get some more beer.
Watch yeah, go get more beer. Watch that one viewer be it's a clone.
Send a message in the chat. Viewer number 2 or number 1.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think we went to the moon? I mean, I'm looking at a picture right now. He has it on his laptop there, but it's a picture. He's right. They're claiming that the reason that you can't see it is because it's technically daylight. It's daytime at the moon. Which it makes sense. That's why there's a lot of sun glare and a lot of sunlight. But the fucking back is dark. It's black. Where are the fucking stars? And I get it. Okay, I'll even give it to them. Let's just say whatever they're saying is true. But why has not anybody else gone to the moon? Why? Is it because we can't do it? I don't buy that. With that, oh, we've already been there. What's the point? Okay, we have. Russia, China, India. What the fuck? We're happy that we're fucking going with, what is it, Tesla or Virgin guy to the fucking outer parts of the earth. It's, I don't know. I mean, when I'm telling our viewers, wow, that sounds great. Viewers, watch it be a fucking joke. It's like, it's a clone. It's a clone phone or something.
It's a Google bot.
But what I was telling them was, we've been to the moon, technically.
Not us.
Why is it that we're so excited that Tesla or the Virgin guy is taking people up to the outer parts of the earth to just be out there for a little bit? You know what I mean? It's like, to me, I see it like we're like going backwards. It's like we have cars.
Right.
And I just found a wagon and everybody's excited about the wagon. It's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Wagon. Yeah, it's
Buzz Lightyear?
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Aldrin?
Buzz Lightyear.
And who was the first man to walk on the moon?
Woody.
No. Buzz Aldrin, and
The other guy's name is.
he's gonna Google it up.
Ooh.
My God, you don't know who walked
don't know their
on the
names.
moon. I'll give you a
what-
fucking little Armstrong.
So Armstrong, Neil Armstrong. So, which was the one day interview before he dies?
That's what I'm getting at. I don't remember who, but he
I think it
said
was-
that we didn't go to the moon. Well, I don't know what the fuck is. In one interview, he's like, we didn't go to the moon. But in the one he said before he died, Neil Armstrong, you know what he
so
said?
they interview him, right?
He's like, we went. Well, the reason we haven't been back on the moon is because on the back side of the moon,
It's
the
dark.
aliens told us
It's
to
black.
get the fuck off and not come back.
I heard that. Yeah,
That's fucked up.
that's crazy. That was my next thing.
No, you know why I think this is fucked up? Because we saw. I wanted to make it hurt. We saw a flying saucer.
Did we?
Dude, don't. Ooh.
Did we though?
Don't you fucking do my
Do you
mom.
have? Do you have
Don't you
proof?
fucking do what my mom did to
Do
me.
you have proof that we saw one? No. Do you remember? How old were you? How old were you? You know how
My
much?
mom did that to me already, fool.
How old were you?
Playboy.
How old were you?
Look into this camera and say you haven't seen a flying saucer.
How old were you?
Look into it. I'm gonna tell you what
Looking
happened.
at his eyes.
I'm gonna tell you what the fuck happened. I don't
Look
give a
at Neil
fuck.
Armstrong's eyes.
I don't give a fuck if you believe me.
Look at Neil Armstrong's
I don't give a
eyes.
fuck.
Does that look like the face of a man that went to the moon?
It was a Halloween night,
How old were you?
and we went trick or treating. And so we go trick or treating.
Do you think a 20-year-old goes trick or treating? No, he
And
was like fucking 10.
our cousins, which he's been a guest.
Do you think a
Our cousin's
10-year-old
been a guest. We go trick or treating. We get back
does
home,
not have a great imagination?
and we're about to get into the fucking house.
It's like saying the moon is a piece of cheese.
when we start looking up,
That's what you
and
think
there's
when
a
you're 10.
flying saucer. We're like, oh fuck! I mean, it was low. It was probably, so you can get an idea, when the helicopter's looking for somebody or the traffic copter. That's how low that you can see it. I mean, you
Traffic copter?
traffic copter, helicopter. Try to be cool. That's how low it was. I mean, you were able to distinguish a lot. I mean, you could see it. So we're there. We're looking at it for a good 3 minutes. I freak out after that. I'm like, let's go inside. We go inside. We're like, wow. You know, maybe a few months go by. We go visit an uncle. And somehow this conversation comes up. And I'm like, wow, UFOs, aliens.
He was
And
10.
I tell my uncle, hey, we saw a UFO. And so my uncle gives me the dirty look like, shut the fuck up, whatever. So I'm looking at my mom like, Mom, right? And my mom's like, no. I don't know what he's talking about. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking, because I'm probably like fucking 12.
I think you were like 12, 13.
And I'm like, well, I can't say what the fuck, but I really thought, what the
like,
fuck?
what the heck,
I'm like,
Mom?
we saw it. It wasn't like a flash. We
Yeah, it was
literally
there.
stood there for like 3 to 5 minutes looking at this shit. Just
I think
like,
I was like
oh.
6 or 7. And you were probably like 12.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, I don't know. Pff, she laughed. No. And I'm like, whoa, fuck. So then we leave. We get in the car. And I'm like, I'm still scratching my head. I can still think of it like if it was yesterday. And I'm like, Mom? She goes, yeah. Why did you say we didn't see it? We saw it. She goes, oh, yeah, I know. We saw it. And she's like, I know we saw it. I'm like, that's when my head just even blew up even more. Like, what the fuck? Why did you say we didn't fucking see it? She goes, well, I didn't want your uncle, which is her brother. I didn't want your uncle to think we were crazy.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, what if you think about it, like at that time, there wasn't much of UFO sightings because there wasn't that much social
Well,
media.
they saw a couple of more, which I didn't get to see those, but
But I'm
they
getting
saw.
at is there wasn't all the social media to
Yeah, it was nothing.
record it and post it. Like, oh shit, there's a UFO. I'm gonna
Right.
record and post it.
But even if you did worse, like if we were to see some right now, nobody would believe us,
Yeah, of course not.
you know. But
They say
we
it's
actually saw it.
photoshopped and
Yeah.
You know the crazy thing? That is gonna. I'll let you drink some more of that drink right there before I tell you what happened today.
Somebody pissing the beer?
No.
What?
It's changing the subject drastically, but to the same thing. Do you believe in it?
And what?
So get this right.
The fuck is this?
Get this.
Believe in it.
Do you believe
Drink
it?
beer. Believe?
I know, cause you need this, cause you freak out about this shit.
Ghost?
Yeah.
I believe in fucking ghosts.
I know you do, but many people don't.
Because I've seen some weird shit.
Check this out. So I go to my parents' house today, right? So then Alfredo across the street comes over to pay the rent. So my mom is like, oh, I'm chatting with my pops, and my uncle's like, hey, well, he's here to go. He's like, wants to talk to you. All right, so he goes outside. So I'm talking with my mom, and then after maybe 20, I was like, dang, he's taking a long time, 20 minutes. My dad comes back in. So he's like, yeah. So yeah, he's like, yeah, he paid me the rent and everything. We started chatting, and he starts telling me, he's like, hey, you haven't heard anything about the house?
What house?
No. Where he stays at.
Where he stays?
Yeah. That's just haunted too, bro.
No way.
Yeah. So this is what he tells him. Alfredo's like, no, pues a ver, una vez, we got into a fight, and my wife told me to go upstairs and sleep in the room upstairs. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going upstairs to the room. So he was telling que se metieron. Because that's what we were talking about. We were talking about how back in the day when I used to live in the apartments over there off of Barry, east side of Barry, that our neighbors, or I think you were already born probably, or you were about to be born. My parents' neighbors, they lived in apartments, and that it was an African American that lived there, and they told my parents like, hey, please don't make noise during the day because I work at night. And my mom apparently would blast the radio, so then he would tell them, hey, please, I'm trying to sleep during the day, blah blah blah. So my mom's like, the apartment next to us, there's a window, and there's just like this much of a wall, and then the next apartment starts. So my mom said that they stole her radio. The guy that lived next door came in and stole the radio.
So that she wouldn't blast it.
So she wouldn't blast
He couldn't go to sleep. Okay.
So then Alfredo was like, se metieron al cuarto, arriba. Alguien se metió.
Which means, translate, somebody broke in.
Somebody
and
broke
went
into the room.
upstairs.
So he's like, I was upstairs sleeping. No, I was upstairs, and I see a guy standing in front of me, and he grabs me by my legs and pulls me out of my bed. He starts pulling me, and I'm just like, oh shit. He's pulling me out of bed, and then he lets me go. And he's like, Pancho, Francisco, I was awake. I wasn't asleep. So I go downstairs. Like, what the heck? What the heck was that? What did I see? So then a few weeks later, my cousin comes and spends the night with us. So he's like, hey, I gotta go upstairs and spend the night. I didn't even tell him about this. The next day, he wakes up, Primo, no mira nada ahí arriba? And I'm like, no.
Which translates, cousin,
Yeah.
do you see
You
shit
don't see anything? You haven't
upstairs?
seen shit? Like nothing's happened upstairs? It's like, no,
Whoa,
why?
hold up. And this is our neighbor telling my pops.
My pops, yeah. So he's like, no, why? What happened? He's like, well, I was awake in bed, and there's this big figure comes over me, and he starts trying to grab me, and I just feel the bed sink, like I'm falling, and I just keep falling, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what the heck is this? And then he goes away.
Oh shit!
And I was like, oh shit. Like, he's like, yeah, he was telling me that there's some crazy shit.
Ghost time, adventures. We gotta go fucking explore.
Yeah. And then he says that his suegra comes,
Yeah, I know that.
right? You saw that one? You heard
No. I know that she goes over.
goes. So she knows that I guess they get into arguments or whatever. So that she was upstairs, and then she's like, she saw I can't remember the lady's name, but her
wife.
daughter.
Oh, daughter.
The daughter, right? It's his wife is her daughter or something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
She saw the wife. And she's like, hey, the kids are screaming downstairs, and that she just stands there and looks at her.
The wife.
The mom sees the suegra sees the girl.
The mother-in-law. His mother-in-law
Yeah, sees his
sees his
daughter.
wife.
or sees his wife.
He says his wife.
Sees his wife, and he's like, "Hey, the kids are like going crazy. What's wrong?" And that she just looks at her, and then she leaves. That she doesn't answer her. So then she goes later, like 5 minutes past, and she's like, "What the heck?" So she goes downstairs, like, "Hey, whatever her name is, like, so what happened with the kids?" She's like, "What are you talking about? Like, you just went upstairs, and I told you that the kids were doing this." And she's like, "I wasn't upstairs."
Oh shit!
So I was like, "Dang!" So this is all this shit that
Now
and like, so my mom's is like, it's because they're not religious and that
No,
something's
no,
wrong
no.
and there's so many demons in that house. There's
Well,
so
I was
many
gonna
crazy
ask
people
you.
that has lived there.
let me ask you. Well, for you guys, this is a rental home that my parents own that is literally across the street. Has anybody else lived there
Yeah.
besides them? Hold up.
El Chapo.
Once my parents bought it. No, right? They're the first ones and only ones. When my parents
Yeah.
bought the home, El Chapo, he didn't live there.
His mom lived there. Remember they used to steal Victoria's Secret shit and sell it out of the house?
So then they lived there, but when my parents bought it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't remember if they lived there. Yeah. They rented it for a few months.
Now, hold up. I know what you're thinking. What the
They never-
fuck?
they never
El
said
Chapo.
anything.
El Chapo
Not
is
El
not
Chapo.
El Chapo. So
El Chapo is
for the
another
Mexican
nickname
people,
for short people.
anybody that's short, that's a nickname they throw at
Oh,
them.
Chapo.
Chapo, which means chaparro, short.
Right.
Wow. I love it. I love it. So
That's crazy, right?
it's crazy because
We have another house.
So we have a my parents have another house. I think it's probably the first house they bought. They bought it. It's maybe
the first one? No, I thought the volleyball place was the first one.
No, that one was the first one.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
8-9 houses down the same street. My pops tends to buy homes if they're available that are close by.
Right.
So he bought this house. He went. It was Caucasians, mostly like they were hippies. So he went over there. They were selling it. He said, "I'll buy it cash." They're like, "Okay." Made the deal. And I remember when they bought it, when Pops bought it, he let them stay for a week. And so the week that they were leaving, the oldest son comes up to my Pops and he tells him, "Hey, thank you for letting us stay the week, yada, yada, yada."
I think they were potheads for sure.
Yeah, they were potheads. But catch this. They're like, or he's like,
Catch it. Catch this.
"Can you do me a favor?" But that's like, "Sure, what's going on?" "We seem to have lost our mom." My dad's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah. So she passed away. We cremated her. And we
Can't
had
find
her urn. But we can't find her urn. So when you find it, can you just return it?" So my dad's like, "Sure." Odd, but okay. We've never found it. To this day.
Nobody said.
To this day.
Crazy shit is that every person that's rented that house.
But you got to tell them, nobody besides us, and now you guys, 3, 2,
Nobody
knows about this.
Yeah, nobody knows about the backstory that some ashes were lost in there and were never found. But to this day, every single person that's rented the house
Has encountered that old lady.
has had encounters of anything, really.
What-
Shit moving around, an old lady choking them, and they think they're dreaming, but they just have that same dream or whatever they think they're dreaming. And somebody just over them and choking them or trying to choke them.
She don't give
People
a
crying.
fuck. Kids,
Yeah, people crying in a room, and they go in the room and it's empty.
toys moving with no battery. And so one day, well, that was weird. I follow my mom. We go to school, drop off my kids, and she bumps into the lady that at that time lived there. And she was, "Hey, can I talk to you?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm just there waiting, listening." She goes, "Are you sure no weird things happen?" I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, the other day we were in the kitchen. Now, granted, this is during the day. My son, his toy goes off. We turn it off. It goes back on. Turn it off. Goes back on. When it turned on the third or fourth time, she goes, "Let me take the batteries out." There's no fucking batteries. She freaked out. So my mom was like, "No, I don't know." We were walking out, and my mom's like, "Wow." I'm like, "Yeah." Nobody knows about this. So my brother and I, it was a Halloween night.
Halloween night.
I'm like, then people leave. They leave. They decided to get something, so it's empty. I told my brother, "Hey, let's go fucking do some ghost hunting." He's like, "Fuck it, let's go." I'm like, "Well, you gotta ask for my dad for the key." So he's like, "Okay." You ask for the key. Knowing my pops, he's like, "No, you're gonna go do some stupid shit." No.
My mom too. She's like, no. What if somebody gets attached?
Yeah. So we're like,
and now my brother's house is on it.
Yeah, mine is. But mine's are kids.
After that?
Well, mine were kids from the get-go, but he's like, he calls me, he's like, "Hey, bro, they didn't let me get the key." I'm like, "Let's just fucking go. Let's go see if we can find the window open." Granted, my mom, she was there throughout the day to, like, paint it and the whole works. So we're there. Of course, the door's locked, but I'm like, it's my mom. She doesn't lock shit, but she locked the door. So I told my brother, "Let's check the garage." Sure enough, the garage is open.
Shit was open.
So we go in. The only thing weird, besides what we caught, the house normal. There was just one room.
Yeah, the
It
back
felt
room.
heavy.
Yeah, when you walk in, it felt like it was like some
Pressure.
like pressure on you. It was weird. It was a weird sensation.
It was weird.
And we go in and we're recording. We're both recording with our phones, and we're like asking questions, supposedly.
Yeah.
Doing the whole
Trying to copy.
Ghostbusters type of deal.
Then we go upstairs through the garage to the attic.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you walk into that room, it just feels different. Like
feels
right away,
completely
you're like, "What the hell?" Like you just like it feels.
We would go out because we like go in and out, and we're like,
yeah, we're like,
good.
look, it feels. You go in and it feels weird. And then we go upstairs and we go into the garage and go to the attic.
Yeah.
And then we were still recording and everything. And we're just like, well, we're asking questions, blah blah blah.
We
don't see anything. We go back to the car.
We're like, "Fuck it, let's go."
And we're like, you know what? Let's listen to our recording. We had a little voice recorder.
So, like, key thing, how he said, one of us had a voice recorder and the other one had like a phone just recording and shit.
So
Look at this motherfucker.
we play it back. It's past my bedtime. We play it back, and we're just listening, and it was like a matter of like 20 minutes that we did the whole thing. Probably we're listening to the voice recorder and couldn't hear anything, and then we hear a growl.
A growl,
like a freaking growl, like. We're like, going up, we're like, blah, blah, blah. Is anybody here? And then it just like
a growl.
like a demonic growl. Though,
yeah, like literally. We're like
I
mean, it was bad. Like, it was
like clear. You can hear it. And then we just looked at each other. We're like, the fuck was that? So then we since we were both started recording at the same time, we
I
pinpointed.
think you said, "Check the fucking video."
Yeah, we're like, check your phone. So then
it was on the phone.
Yeah, it was on your phone. But we pinpointed it because on the voice recorder, we don't know the fuck we were, what part of the room we were in, or where we were at in the house. So then we pinpoint that it was when we were going into the attic. When we were at the attic, we started asking questions like, "Who's here? What is this? Who are you?" And then we just hear that growl.
I mean, it was
crazy.
It was a weird ass growl.
Yeah.
And we pinpointed it in the video, and you can hear it. Oh, look at that shit! What's up? That's our third viewer.
What is it?
It's a fucking bug.
It's a bug on the camera.
But we pinpointed it on the video, and the video, it's faint, but you can hear it. And it's like, oh shit!
And we were in the attic.
Out.
In the attic, it's not like a dog in the background or anything. It's in the attic of the house. So there's nothing there.
And to this day, the people that live there, they see shit. I mean, the last lady that was there, she was like, she would ask my mom, "Are you sure there's something weird going on? Because they move dolls and stuff." And we're like, "No, my mom, no." And it was funny because that lady's like, "Well, if there is something, fuck them. I'm not leaving." She's like,
Yeah.
Okay. But wow, so now
the other house. I told my mom, I was like, I'm gonna tell my bro today in the podcast so he can freak the fuck out. She's like, sí, dile.
Wow.
But yeah, I was like, he said that. Oh, and he said that the next day he woke up sore from his legs, from where he grabbed them. It's tripped out, dude.
That's
crazy,
somebody opened some shit there.
dude. That's what my mom was saying. It's like it's because something's wrong with that house. Like, there's demons in there. She was blaming it because they argue a lot or whatever.
Yeah, no.
And I was like,
I think the original owners,
Goku.
yes,
Yeah, they were.
I think
crazy.
they were the ones that were.
Yeah, the wife, dude, looked crazy,
The wife was crazy, so
and her daughter was fucking crazy.
the whole family was jacked
Yeah.
up. I mean,
The daughter's kids were crazy. Are crazy.
they.
Yeah, that's. I used to mow their lawn. It was funny, because I started my lawn business. I'd go mow the lawn, and that guy would say like he'll pay me later. So I would go knock on his door, and I couldn't remember how to say his name, so I called him Goku. Like Goku, this is my money, mofo.
But no, that family was wild. We knew
That family was wild, and
we
he's
knew
the one
the
that
brother.
made the houses pretty much from scratch.
he made it from scratch, and the reason we knew them was because
What was his name? Ramon.
Ramon. She had a brother named Ramon, and
Well, they
he
say
was-
that our neighborhood was like a brothel and shit. No.
Well, back
in
then
the
we
day.
live in Fort Worth, Murderworth.
The thing is, our house where we grew up in is haunted too. I used to hear a lot of shit there when I was there studying late, dude. I hear a lot of shit. I saw a little girl
didn't
standing in the
really
restroom.
He's lying.
Well, dude, you were already married.
I was
But
married.
when I was
the
in
only reason I kind of give you the benefit of the doubt is because that house was purchased first. Let me rephrase that. That house, our aunt lived in that house. She rented it.
Yeah.
And they saw some shit and they heard some shit. My uncle, they would knock in their front door every day to the point where my uncle had to sleep literally by the door. And as they were knocking, he would open the door and nobody was there.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
then my parents bought the house, fixed it up, and I never really seen or heard shit in that house. Ever.
I have.
I mean, it's
It's
the only time I was literally scared was probably about a month or two after my grandma passed. I had to go to that house, my parents' house, I don't remember what I was getting. I turned on the lights and I just remember feeling some sensation. But no, I have never heard. Oh, well, I did see my dad.
yeah.
His doppelganger.
Doppelganger.
We saw him, but now my house, you heard some shit there, but
I've seen shit in yours.
but it's just wild. We need give us a thumbs up. Give us something if you want to talk about ghost. Make that our next
Yeah.
next thing.
Our house is
What about your house? People died in your
actually
house.
never.
Somebody died here.
I think somebody died, but
No, we know.
well, I mean, we don't know. They just
We
told
do
us.
know.
Just told us that the lady
your room.
the mom.
Fucking
No.
died.
I don't know if they didn't tell us a specific room.
They told me.
Well, anyways, I never heard anything. I walked like pitch black, sat there, just chilling,
But
eating
it's your
cookies and
house,
milk.
bro.
Never
It's
heard
like
anything.
my house, pitch black. I'll walk it.
No.
Ask my mom to watch my.
No,
walk pitch black. She say nope.
you still won't walk pitch black in your house.
Who me?
Stop being a little bitch.
I will.
No, you
I've
won't.
done it every day. Now I'll
So-
put it to you like this: there's been times, I kid you not, that I wake up at 3 a.m. and I feel that something's in my fucking room. Like literally, I can feel it. I have to do the rosary. I have to.
Dude, that's the fucking devil. Anyways,
Probably.
but I've woken up like that too here, and you come to mind all the time. You're like, oh shit, this is the time that fucking demons come in, and I
3
sit
o'clock.
there and I'm like, I listen. I don't hear shit. I don't nothing. I'm like, all right. I woken up like
I don't
maybe
hear
like-
shit.
I woken up like twice in a week at the exact same time.
Yeah, me too.
It's a crazy time though. 3:33 in the morning.
Ooh.
It's weird.
No, I wake up at 3:09. 3:09. And I fucking call myself, I'm like, it's not 3 o'clock. It's 3:09. It's past that.
Yeah.
But it's 3:09. But I wake up and I go piss and I come, but have you ever waken up
I have.
where
I hope
you
to
wake
keep
up
doing so.
and you feel something's in your, I'll put it to, I ain't a bitch. But I'm going to be honest, that night, a couple
He's
of
a
nights, I
bitch.
was a bitch.
He's always a bitch. When it comes to ghosts,
Check this out. I felt
he loves ghosts.
I love it, but I
he's
ain't a
little
bitch. But I'm a
He's a little
bitch.
bitch.
Check this out. I felt like somebody was in our room, and I literally, I mean, it was so strong, like something was like not over me, but in my room looking at me evil.
But have they
that I
pulled
had
your
to wake
legs?
up my wife like this, like get the fuck up, and she'd be like, "What?" I'm like, "No," and it's like, okay. I mean,
But-
it's been bad.
Have they pulled your legs?
No,
That's fucking crazy, dude.
we need
No.
to go there.
We need it. Next episode, we'll talk about ghosts, like
Yes.
everything,
Yes, everything, the whole work,
like Mexico, like my aunt with the restroom,
the
my
whole work.
uncle's shit with the everything.
We fucking throw up, and then we talk about ghosts.
Yeah, dude. My parents' house though, like
I don't think
all the
so.
time, dude. Even after grandma
Well-
passed, even after grandma passed,
I take that back.
I never was scared to go to her room. Like, I would go into her room. I'm good. Like, I feel something. Like oh, my grandma's probably here.
When somebody's touching your buddy,
Like, I feel like my
Video?
grandma's there.
like, oh,
But in your room, which is where my room,
was
when you moved
after I
out, was
moved.
after the fact that was there.
the closet.
Yeah, I've seen shit go into the closet. Me being totally awake. You know how when you're about to go to sleep, you like you
Yeah.
turn around and you turn the right other way around. Something just walking like this little like
Into the
going to the
closet?
closet. And I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Well, you know how you see something and you don't believe it,
Yeah,
but then it hits you after the fact. That's how it was. I was like, "What the heck was that? Like, did I just see that?" And then it's like, "Oh shit!" And when I was studying, when I was in the university, I would study till like 2, 3
Of
a.m.,
life.
4 a.m. And my dad would always wake up like typical at 12
go eat his snack.
to go get his snack, right?
Snack.
So then one time, well, actually a few times, I would hear him go to the kitchen,
But nobody was there.
but nobody was there. And I would hear him just drop the dishes in the sink, like clink, 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 like a whole bunch of dishes, like they fell. I was like, "Hey, you're gonna break something. What broke?" And I would go in there, and nobody was there. And it's like, holy shit!
It's funny you say that because my parents still
all
hear
the
that,
time.
right?
Yeah,
And I'm like, whatever. And one day I was there, and I don't know what it was, but they went into the room, and I was in the living room. Art is already married, and I heard that like, and so just to give you a little bit of a heads up, the majority of it, this is what makes that noise.
oh, that's what it
The
is.
majority, not all, because then I'm going to be bombarded with our 2 viewers. The Hispanic community, the Mexican community, when they wash dishes, they wash them, and instead of putting them where they go, they leave them in the sink.
They wash dishes. They don't use dishwashers.
Yeah, they wash them and
First
let
of
them
all.
drip and kind of like dry up. So I'm in the living room and I hear like this fucking massive shit just in the sink, like shit's breaking. And I'm thinking, wow, mom, you washed dishes and you left everything on the sink and they slip because they're moving
they
and
move
they
around.
fell. So I go to the kitchen thinking I'm gonna pick up glass, the whole works. There ain't no fucking dish in the sink.
It's empty.
It's empty. I'm like, what the
man.
fuck? And I'm walking back to the living room and my parents come out of the room. They're like, what happened? They didn't hear nothing, but they're like, they can see my face.
You're fucking.
I'm like, I just
shitting
heard your
bricks.
fucking sink destroy and there's nothing there. She's like, yep. We hear that all the time. We hear the doors open. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Is the garage door open? Like if it's
Yeah.
like somebody's coming in.
She's actually heard my dad well, she thinks it's my dad, but it's nobody. She's actually heard somebody open the door and just like the footsteps, boom, 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 boom.
I've never heard shit here. In your house, that one was crazy.
I've seen shit in my house. Now I've heard footsteps. I mean, and one thing is for you to hear or see, but another thing is like if we're like right now and then we see shit like Did you just see that shit? Or
Yeah.
did you, and like, oh, fuck. When it was a Saturday, and I remember that because you started making fun of me afterwards. We're talking about ghosts. It was a
Always.
Saturday evening, and we were telling my parents, and he was there, how in that morning, Friday night, we let the kids sleep. They were younger. We let them sleep in the living room. And every morning they would wake up and they'd run to our room and jump in the bed. And we were there laying in bed. We were awake. And we hear them running. And we're like, oh, they're coming. But they fucking never showed up. So we're like, oh, they probably ran into the room. And we got a little worried because, like, where are they at? So we got up.
Yeah.
My wife got up, went, comes back, and she's like, you're not going to believe this. I'm like, what? She's like, they're still asleep. I'm like, no way. Like, yeah. And she goes, and what's even worse, they're all in their onesies. So there's no way we can hear their feet, like hit because we have tile.
Oh, because, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. So we're telling my brother and my parents, and we're having a cookout, I think. And he's laughing, making fun. So then everybody's outside. Everybody.
Who's laughing?
You were fucking making fun of me.
I was.
And you're like, whatever. Everybody's outside. He's like, I'm going to the restroom. He goes to the restroom.
I took a massive dump. Like, it was bad.
And you heard him? You heard
Yeah.
him?
It was crazy because I was just chilling there. You had like books and shit
Yeah.
there, and then I was like, you know what? Let me see if I have enough toilet paper, because it was a small row. I was like, that'll do. So then I'm there, and then I hear like
Like little footsteps.
footsteps. Like, I was like, that's the sobrino's trying to scare me because they heard us talking about ghosts. So I was like, hey, that's funny.
He comes outside.
I was like, that was pretty funny. I did. And they were like, what? What do you mean? Like, yeah, I heard the sobrinos walking barefoot in front of the door.
So
of the
he knows
restroom.
his nephews.
So then they were like,
Nobody's been inside.
nobody's been inside. It's just been you. I was like, oh shit.
You're like, no. And I was like, you're fucking with me. Like, no, I heard that shit. But that, and the only time that I can remember is, besides me waking up at 3, is I used to work close by, and I would go home for lunch. And so I got home, made my sandwich, locked the door because we live in the hood, sat in my living room, turned on the TV, boom, 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 boom. Started watching ESPN, and I see what I thought was my wife in our hallway, like sneak her head to kind of scare me, because we scare each other. And then when I see like her silhouette go in and out, I'm like, oh my God, look at her. And I scream out her name, like, I see you. And I'm not upset, but I'm at the same time like, shit. And I get up. And at the moment that I get up, I remember that she tells me, hey, babe, I'm not going to be home when you get home for lunch because I'm going to go with your mom shopping. That's when it hit me. Nobody was home. So I'm like, fuck, somebody broke in. So I'm like going room to room till I get to the kitchen.
At that point, you don't even realize that.
No. I'm thinking somebody broke in. I'm like, fuck. I don't think it's a ghost. So I go to because we always enter our home through the kitchen.
Right.
The living room was always locked. So the living room was locked. Go to each room, restroom, kitchen. And when I get to the kitchen, I look at the door. That fucking door's locked. I'm like, oh shit, nobody's in here. What the fuck did I see? So I go to the living room, get my sandwich, go to the car, fucking go back to work and eat my sandwich over there. Fuck that.
We need to talk about this next time.
We do. Let's stop it there. Let's stop it right
Stop
there.
right there. Yeah. Well,
Guys,
ladies and
hopefully
gents,
next time.
There's no,
Hey, we didn't have the third viewer, so
baby duck. No baby duck.
next Friday, if
we lost a viewer.
oh,
It's all right though. It's all right.
next
Well,
time.
anyways, next time my dog's choking, so we have to go save his life.
Chucking on a nut here.
See ya.
Peace.
Laters.